When he was hurt and all over the summer, getting into the fall, we didn't know exactly when he was coming back. But in my mind, I always said to myself, when he does come back, in my mind, I'm giving him a minimum of 6 to 8 weeks to play through what he's playing through right now, which is, number one, the leg strength and the explosiveness in your legs. You cannot replicate it in individual conditioning. You just can't do it. When you get on the court and you have guys leaning on you and grabbing you and you're getting hit with screens, it drains the energy in your legs. And when you've been out that long, it affects every aspect of your game. So just from that standpoint, that's 3 to 4 weeks minimum to get that back. Then I'll give him another month to get his timing, rhythm, all of those things with new teammates that he has to play with and all of those things. So I said in my mind 2 months before we start to see Kobe get consistent again in terms of being close to what he was. So we've got to cut this guy a break right now. You can't be too hard on him.
So February.
That's what I would say. And I think it's unfair to even judge him at all right now.
Okay.
For one thing, I played with star players in the NBA that would not step on the floor after a sprained ankle unless they could get the same level of production that they'd always gotten. And they might milk a sprained ankle 10 extra days if that's what it meant to do that. Give this guy a lot of credit. He's out there, warts and all, playing and saying, I just want to help, I want to compete, I'm back, I'm ready to play. But obviously his game is suffering, his timing's not there, and the team is going to suffer because he's got the ball a lot and he's not an efficient player right now. So it's tough for them, but look, he's going to play through this and he's going to get better as time goes.
Stephen A.
Well, listen, I respectfully, I don't want to say disagree because Tim is right in everything that he just said, but it's also incomplete because I have to lean towards something that Skip Bayless said just the other day. One of the things that's concerning me about Kobe, it's one thing to display your mortality, the injury, what you have to come back from, the trials and tribulations that are imminent and predictable. All of those things are relevant. But what really resonates with me, Tim, is that he's vocal about it. And he seems to be a bit too calm about it. And even though I know Kobe to be as cool as the other side of the pillow, to be the Black Mamba, to be ice cold, you know what I'm saying, or fire and fury, whatever you want to call it sometimes, because he's one or the other sometimes. The fact is that it almost seems like he's resigned to the reality that he'll never be what he once was. And I don't believe that. I believe that because Kobe Bryant's game is not predicated on athleticism the way it used to be in his younger years, that now that he's older, it's about your fundamentals, it's about your footwork, it's about your cerebral approach to the game, your knowledge of how to play the game of basketball, and the fact that he has a surreal perimeter game as well. I do believe he could still be that Kobe. But what I'm sensing is a touch, just a touch of resignation, and I'm hoping it's a decoy. I'm hoping it's a ploy. I'm hoping it's something that throws people off so they can sort of underestimate, sleep on him, or whatever the case may be, and then he comes up ready. But I see some of these moments where he seems resigned to accepting limitations. And that's not the Kobe Bryant I know. It's not the Kobe Bryant I speak to. It's not the Kobe Bryant I've ever known. And I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying that it's something that I did not expect to see. I'm hoping it's a ploy.
I am so with you, Stephen A. I also sense post-game resignation, a more mellow, humble Kobe, almost humble to a fault. I don't know this guy, as if he's saying, hey, this injury is kicking my behind. Even my behind is getting kicked by this one. And you know and I know this is the worst you can go through. This is the one that scares you to your soul. Like, really, will it ever be quite right? Can I trust it? Can I explode off it? Now, on the plus side, I've watched every game, and the one he played at Charlotte was pretty good. I know Charlotte's not very good, but he looked a little more Kobe-esque in that game. Last Friday night at Oklahoma City, he looked the way he did last night, which was hapless. He looked completely out of sorts, out of sync. Couldn't even get any lift on his three-point shots. But I'm with you in your big picture, because I don't want to watch, I don't want to see much more of this, but I'm with you. I got to wait until February just to see if he can play his way back not only into a trust factor in his own body, but with his new teammates, because they had a little thing going before he came back, and now it's completely disrupted. You know, their second team had a little chemistry, and now they're all looking around like, what
do we
are we
do?
supposed to? Are you supposed to shoot, or are we supposed to shoot it?
See, my feeling is the resignation that you guys sense. I think it is intentional, and I think he is setting you up a little bit.
All right. I hope
when I
you're
said
right.
he came back warts and all, he came back warts and all temporarily. If Kobe Bryant felt, and nobody knows better than yourself and your own body, if he felt that this, not this necessarily, but a little bit better than this, as good as it's going to get, I don't know, he would have come back.
Right.
He believes he's going to be very close to the Kobe Bryant of old. It's only been 5 games, 6 games. Give him time. In his own mind, I know that Kobe Bryant believes, maybe not a 27, 28-point guy, league-leading scorer type guy, but a guy that's 20-plus and consistent and can still take over games. I believe that Kobe thinks that he will get there eventually.
My expectations have lowered considerably, though, for Christmas Day. I was looking forward. I don't think he's there yet.